shout out LeBron for being 37 years old. He dropped 50 points last night. Second time
Oh my
in the
God.
past week. He's dropped fucking 50.
Oh
He's
my
on
God.
fire lately. Crazy.
I saw something. It was
He's
Kobe
like the
talking
longest
about
record
it.
right now.
It was Kobe talking about, or some. I think it was Shaq. He was talking about LeBron's record, and he was like, he's already passed Michael Jordan. He's already passed somebody else, and he said the next one is like Kareem, I think, or somebody like that.
Yeah, for total points.
Yeah.
And he technically already, he's got to get a few more to get, the most regular season points, but in total, including playoffs, he has the most points ever scored.
That's
and he's,
insane.
Second, but he's going to be number one in most points scored ever.
Right.
He's top 10 in rebounds, top 10 in assists.
Jeez.
He might not have as much rings. That's the thing, in the debate between, Jordan and LeBron, because that's really what the debate is for, best basketball player of all time. It's, number one, you got to look at, overall, LeBron is just better. He plays every other position better, and he has better stats in every single category. He's played longer. He's had better longevity. And if it's up to rings, if it's it's because he has 6 rings, Bill Russell's the GOAT then, because Bill Russell has 11. So it's I don't really like that debate, because it's I think they're all individually good, but then again, I didn't get to watch Jordan. He did win 3 in a row. His dad got murdered. He left for a year, went back and won 3 in a row again.
Yeah,
so
he went and played some baseball or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
I didn't know LeBron played baseball.
Say what?
I didn't know LeBron played baseball.
No, Jordan.
No, Jordan.
Oh, yeah. For the Birmingham Barons, actually. That was crazy.
If you can be raw at 2 sports, being a professional at one sport itself is insane. But if you can be if you're good enough to be a professional in 2 of them,
LeBron was one of the top high school tight ends or receivers.
Really?
Too. He was ranked top 100
That's
in his
wild.
class too. Yeah, and same with AI. Allen Iverson I think he was the number 1 quarterback, and he decided he wanted to play basketball instead.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. It's so cool though.
Just too athletic.
True. What's up, guys? This is the What's Next Boys. Today we are sitting with Henry Sears, aka Henry, and Kyle Saylor. They are both young entrepreneurs in Huntsville. Obviously different fields. Henry with music and Kyle with being a student right now, but looking into getting into different things. Kyle, what are you in school for right now?
I'm in school for biology and chemistry.
Got you.
And you're a great culinary artist as well,
Yes.
making some wonderful, wonderful desserts.
Yes.
Yes. What are you planning on doing with your degree?
I'm planning on going into a research field, probably in genetics or biochemical.
Gotcha. What are some companies that you look up to in that field right now?
Probably one of the big ones would be actually a local one, Hudson Alpha.
Yeah.
The big genomics research campus. That's one of the big sort of hubs for genetic research and
Yeah, for sure.
really probably the world.
That's sick.
Shout
What
out
about-
some alpha.
So when you say biochemistry, so are you going to be making biochemical weapons? Is this World War III behind the scenes?
Probably not. Maybe if I was a biochemical engineer in the military. But
True.
I'd probably be
I'd get
more
drafted.
working with batteries or something.
Oh, I see.
You never know.
He'll work for Elon.
They can't draft me.
Why?
They just won't.
Oh. All right then.
All right.
wouldn't.
I'm definitely dodging the draft too. I'm claiming
Yeah.
that's insane.
Hey, shit. I really don't have nothing to lose. I might as well. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Sit here and keep talking this shit with y'all? This is lit. This is hey, sorry, government. I have a podcast that I have to run. I can't
It's
go.
important you have a platform that you're gonna promote pro-war and American propaganda.
Okay,
So-
yeah. That's how I'll get away with it.
Nationalism.
But I'll just vlog.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen. We'll
Go
just
America.
imagine we just I have a podcast studio out on the battlefield. And we just like, hey guys, stop shooting. Sit down.
News. Like,
Yeah, that's
every
true.
News go around like little
Like,
tents. Like, what you
A
see
vlog
today?
the war.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
No,
like just sit down and be like, "Yo, come over, take a seat, and sit down on my podcast." And like keep going.
Give him a little MRE.
It's crazy how everybody has phones nowadays, so we really see like the war firsthand. Because we
100%.
never like you see reenactments or you see like some little videos of previous stuff, but it's crazy. It's like Russians are literally recording like them like in tanks, like
Yeah.
on their phone, like they're texting, like I'm texting and tanking, like it's crazy.
Texting and tanking.
Like I don't know what you call it, but
It's also wild that like, I think that our world, probably because of social media and stuff, can't really take a lot of things serious, and like we make a lot of jokes about a lot
yeah,
of
it's
stuff.
kind of like bad.
And like even people who are in Ukraine and stuff are like making jokes about the war. Like I don't know if you saw that they took one of the Russian tanks and they put it on eBay for like $500.
Oh, I
Oh my
saw that.
God.
I saw the people are gonna be
I was
buying
like,
them things.
I was like,
I
That's
saw,
hilarious.
I saw that.
I saw the other day, it was a Ukrainian woman, like, letting a Russian soldier FaceTime his family because he
Oh, I
didn't
saw
know
that.
where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was like, you're in Ukraine. And he was like, what? I thought we were somewhere completely different. I don't remember what he said, but...
I heard about when like soldiers would get captured that they would just say like they didn't know they were in Ukraine and they were just like supposed to go on like a training like thing, or they were supposed to just go set
Yeah.
stuff up. But if you think about it, okay, that maybe they were told to like that they were doing this and they really didn't know. But at the same time, if you get captured, are you finna be? Yeah, I knew what I was doing. I was coming in here trying to f y'all shit up, like. But it's like, no, I didn't know what I didn't know what I was doing. Like, really, you didn't know.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like, that.
Of course, they got to cover themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
I don't
Putin right
believe
now
that.
saying
I
like,
don't
"Oh, we're not
believe
going to war. It's their fault that we're even doing this because
Yeah.
they won't give us their country." It's like, just-
Well, he's putting it against the U.S. He's saying that the U.S. are trying to surround Russia, and he wants to... I mean, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, because of NATO.
NATO.
And he's
Yeah.
also saying that.
well, and Ukraine's not
okay.
even in NATO.
Yeah,
No,
No.
they're not. They're not.
But
If they
there
were,
was-
if they were in NATO, it'd be like
it'd be
full on.
bad. Yeah.
But there was talk that they were going to join NATO.
Yeah, they're trying to get them in there, but Putin doesn't like that because then they'd be right on the border.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and it would have Slovakia and Romania and
Mhm.
all the other ones that are like right next.
I've
to
heard a
them.
lot of things that like, because Putin's not going to stop. I just saw a thing today that the French president and the German chancellor like had a meeting with him and stuff, and they were like, there's no signs that he's going to stop, which, if somehow he does take Ukraine, which I don't think he will, but if he does, and if he goes and tries to get like Lithuania and maybe just Slovenia and stuff
Lithuania
like that,
song by Travis and Big Sean is hard. It
This
is.
is the What's
Oh my
Next
God.
podcast. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, it's my honest opinion is this is definitely like right now, like we're in. This is World War III. Like it actually is. Like this is just the start, but it's gonna keep translating because eventually they're not gonna stop, and eventually somebody's gonna attack Russia back. And once they do, and if they don't like completely like evaporate them, North Korea
Evaporate
and China and Iran and
A lot of people say that even if
gonna happen.
Putin was to be killed, that there's enough people just like him right behind him. Ready
Oh
to take
yeah,
his place.
it's
true.
like
They're an
Yeah.
oligarchy. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a bunch of rich people that control the businesses that also control the government.
yeah, pretty much.
Authoritarian style expansionism.
Yeah. Speaking of getting rich, Kyle, what are you doing with crypto right now?
Oh yeah, how's your crypto going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still going. It just sort of like chugs along, and I look at it every now and then. It's
Do you
way more
mine
hands
in
off.
crypto?
That's what
the
it is.
Helium. Yeah, the little helium miners. I have like 2 set up, and they just slowly.
Like how much does it mine? Like, what is it
daily
mining?
average?
What kind of crypto?
Oh, it's mining helium coin.
Okay,
Yeah, then
I
you
don't know
gotta
much
take
about
the helium and you gotta trade it for other coins.
Yeah, you can you can actually send it. You can like send it to Binance,
Okay.
like trade it.
Yeah, you can
and
just send it to another
platform,
wallet.
or-
Yeah.
So how much like is a helium coin like worth like in a trade?
I think right now it had gone back up to mid-30s, and then it's gone like sort of like trended back down with everything else to around like 25. So
$25.
yeah, around 25
Per coin?
per coin.
And how much like can you mine?
Per day generally, as long as it's like good setup, you're like synced up to the blockchain and everything's like operating
Correct.
functionally, then you can generally do like a quarter to 0.3 per miner per day.
It's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something.
Yeah, and I
100%.
mean, you don't have to think about it. It just
It's like
you just
$7.
kinda, like, set it up and you can like walk
Yeah,
by
it just-
and
it just goes.
does it.
they just do their thing.
I mean, once you pay,
That's super cool.
once you like get that initial money back that you paid for the
Mhm.
miners, then that's just all free money, basically.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
sort of like it's kind of like in a way kind of like an Acorns account or something.
Mhm.
Just like sort of like portions being deposited over time.
I want to get enough miners. So I know it's kind of becoming on the back burner right now. Mining is like staking is the next thing. But
Mhm.
like mining, if I had enough miners set up where I could make like just $100 a day, golden, but that would cost like 20 grand up front
Yeah.
to get that,
Probably
which is the problem.
probably a
I don't know if
bit
that's a
more.
good investment.
$100 a day in the stock market, in like you could put it in dividends, but I like the last time I looked, it was like 800 something thousand.
Yeah, that's
In order for you to
stupid.
get $100 a day in dividends.
That is dumb. And
Yeah.
people get $1,000 a day in dividends because they have so much money.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. I went to a event with Keel Point. It's an investment firm, and it was very educational. They talked about the inflation, everything that's going on right now in the current markets. And one of the things that they didn't talk about was crypto and NFTs and that type of stuff. And so I brought it up like after the thing was done. They had like a little Q&A section, and then the question came to me. And so I walked up to the speaker after he was done talking like to people, and I asked him, and he was like, I really think that this NFT stuff is something's gonna happen with NFTs, with crypto, like investing with crypto. It's like a hit or miss, you know. Like there's certain things that if you pick right, then you'll do well. And
It's like stocks.
yeah, exactly. But it was really interesting. And the other day, actually, I was listening to a podcast that was with he's an entrepreneur in Huntsville, and he started his first business when he was 18 in like his bedroom at his
What's his
parents'
name?
house. I can't remember his name, but he went to
Swole dude?
no, he went to Huntsville.
Okay.
But this guy, he's raised like 25 million for startup companies.
And he's like a venture capitalist
Yeah,
or something?
basically. And he was talking about the applications of NFTs. Like
Oh,
the way
I wanted to
it's
talk
so
about that.
Crazy.
When you started talking about NFTs, I wanted to talk about the applications because people say like, "Oh, it's just a stupid picture," right? Like this guy named Dan I follow him on Instagram. He has the craziest car collection ever. But he's starting to show the like utility of NFTs, and like he had an AP. He had an AP watch, and how do you say what's
Audemars
the-
PA.
Yeah, right. He had the box, right? You open the box, the watch is sitting in there. You take the watch out, and right under it is like let's say kind of like an NFT of the watch, and you can scan it.
Like a
it's
QR
like a
code.
QR code. You scan it and it comes up and it shows the watch and all the different parts in it, and says like the serial number, everything that verifies that watch is what it is, that it's real, everything like that. So it's like verifying on the blockchain this watch.
Yeah.
You know,
So you can do that concept with watches, with
anything.
paintings, with literally anything.
Cars, boats, houses,
And
whatever.
The thing of like what's really cool about that is like, especially with watches, is if that type of thing was integrated, fakes would be like
fakes
non-existent.
are done. Fakes are done.
And because it's verified on the blockchain,
And
the
if
same
you
way.
don't have a verified NFT for the
Yeah.
IP, you're not gonna buy it.
Exactly.
It's gonna become so common.
You go to the watch store, you go to a reseller, and you're like, I want to buy that, but you don't know as much. You don't know, that could be a couple $1,000 fake, you know, that looks so real, and you get scammed. But now it's like, don't buy it unless it has that NFT verification.
With that same concept, Kevin O'Leary was talking about it, and he was like, this would be a great way for people to keep track of what they have, the current market price, all of that from, I mean, if, you know, like for him, for example, he's living in a couple different countries, you know, and he has his collection throughout the world. And so for him to be able to just go on his phone and then pull up, you know, whatever it is, and then be able to look at his entire portfolio the same way that you do with, you know, your crypto accounts and your other investment accounts and stuff like that.
I would love to be able to see, like, okay, LaFerrari, AP, Richard, like all this different shit, you know? That would be so sick. And then you can see it's like your
verified Jordans, bro. That'd be
you have some Dior,
exactly.
you have some Dior Jordans, verify them things. Even like anything, I would say anything that is highly faked and things that are of actual good value.
Yeah.
100%. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Also,
super cool.
I saw a thing that it reached legislature and they passed some kind of bill or something. Did you see this about crypto? Pretty much making they assigned like a maybe it's
Oh, you were talking about this. It's an ETF. Is it ETF? Like they announced an ETF of it? Is that what you're talking about?
What do you mean by ETF?
Like there's different things called like it's like there's like mutual funds and index funds, and I think that
They ETFs are the same concept.
yeah, the ETFs are essentially that,
okay.
and they established an ETF for like crypto or for Bitcoin.
I'm
So
not-
it like basically makes a bunch of old people that like are very conservative with their money be like, oh, Bitcoin is an ETF, it's safe.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So it like it's gonna increase the value.
They did something like that, but they also appointed like certain groups and like councils and stuff within the government to look at expanding it and making it more prevalent in the public and stuff like that. Which
Really?
pretty much means like,
Yeah.
yo, it's not even like it's not gonna go away.
You can't
100%
sleep
now.
on crypto.
It's not-
Crypto.com just bought
It's
the
not unsafe
biggest
anymore.
stadium in America. Crypto.com. They
Did
bought
they
the
really?
biggest. They
Lakers
bought
stadium.
They bought the Lakers stadium. And they have Crypto.com on everywhere.
That's
You don't
It's the
sleep on
Crypto.com
it. Don't
arena now.
sleep
Yeah.
on it because
So the
it's
Staples Center.
blowing up.
Oh, it was the Staples Center before?
That's wild.
People still like, oh, it's a scam.
Crazy. Kobe got all his rings there and everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I see that in the airports. Like when we be going through the airport, Crypto.com's advertised every. I don't go on Crypto.com. I don't use Crypto.com.
Yeah, there's a
but-
LeBron ad for Crypto.com that was played during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, that
Did y'all
was
see
fire.
the Coinbase ad on the Super Bowl ad? It was cool. It was a QR code, and y'all remember the things when it was like it said DVD and it would bounce on the screen, like when it would pause. It was a QR code and it would change colors and it would be bouncing on the screen, and I was like, huh. I guess the point of this ad is they want you to go and like open up the QR code on it. So I just did it for the memes and I opened it and it said Coinbase.com and I was like, wow, that's
Coinbase
a
is
good
dope.
one. I
use
support
Coinbase.
Coinbase
Yeah.
Pro is better, but Coinbase is good.
I agree.
I think-
Binance is good too.
I don't know if I even like
I
that.
just be hating sometimes. Like I use stake sometimes, stake.com. You know, like make some bets or play some blackjack and stuff like that. And like I use crypto wallet and I link it with my Coinbase. So like just to send it over, you have to like copy the address and then da 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 da.
Yeah,
And I hate sometimes it's like if I don't have the crypto like in my account, like if I don't have some Ethereum or
Binance.
yeah, or Bitcoin. Sometimes I'll just use Bitcoin, which is kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta
but-
hold that. Don't ever give your Bitcoin
But sometimes
away.
like I'll literally like buy some extra just to use, and then it's like, oh, you can only use like $7 of it, and I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's the gas fees of like transferring
That's-
it.
And it takes like a day or two before.
That's
I can,
the
like,
thing
use
about
it.
Ethereum is they have high gas fees for all their NFTs and everything. So if you go and look and see an NFT for like a certain amount, like a point, like 7 Ethereum, it's gonna cost you like a whole Ethereum just to buy that. It's crazy because it costs like $300, like sometimes just to move your Ethereum from here to there. $300. That's why Binance BNB coin is the way to go. Kyle knows about that. We
Yeah,
had
it's
a
like
long
50
discussion
cents.
about
Pretty much
that.
every transaction usually is around like 0.00042 or
Yeah, some small, but it's
like
never
50
even a
cents.
dollar. I mean,
Yeah,
max
that's
it's a
So how-
dollar.
Would you say one Binance coin is like 25?
It's 500 right now.
What was it like?
500.
Say 6 months ago.
Probably no. It might have not even been out because these are coins that was made. Like Binance is an exchange, right? And then Binance made their own coin and they released it on the exchange. So it's like it was only been out for maybe like a year or some. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
a bunch of
remember it
Binance.
coming out.
Do you have a bunch of Binance coins then?
Not necessarily a bunch of Binance coins. I use Binance to like send
Yeah.
and like move stuff around. Like I use their network because
But that's what your
Look
mind
at
is.
it.
It's
But
Binance coin.
He does helium.
I'm
Oh,
getting
helium,
helium.
yeah.
But
And then I
with-
can send it to Binance,
Okay,
the exchange,
okay,
because
okay.
they support helium.
Yeah, on
Okay.
Binance, like you can have your whole like portfolio of all your coins, but with like BNB Binance coin, what's amazing about it is you think like, okay, I'm gonna buy this, right? And it's $500, and it's gonna I want it to go to 600, right? I made 100. But the whole point of holding that, if you put it in there and leave it, it's gonna stake automatically for you. So it's giving you, like Dylan was saying, dividends or like interest, like every like 2 months,
really?
every couple months, however much you have, it's gonna reward you for holding that just in there. So I'm getting paid just by having Binance coin in my account. Even if Binance goes up, I make money. Binance stays the same, I make money. It's like that's what people do with stable coins. Like if you find a stable coin that has a high APY, like because your bank gives you like max on a good account 2%, but you can only do it up to a certain amount. But like max, like what is it? The interest rate on a bank account?
Like,
Like,
APY.
Yeah, like
Small.
0.8%.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even a
0.65.
1%. And this sometimes can give you like 10% APY, like it's 5%, like 6%. It's nuts, and it's pretty safe. It's relatively safe, but there are other things like pools you can get into, which I was dipping my pancakes in the syrup. If you know, you know. But like on Pancake Swap, you take your BNB coin that you have, you make it into cake. You have cake now. You can go and put your cake in like 100 different pools, right? And some of the top pools give you 100% APY. Gives you 100% APY. That if you give your money to the bank, that's like the bank saying, "I will give you 100% interest at the end of the year." Like you will make double
That's
what you
crazy.
gave me just by giving this to me. And it's like, so it just depends how much you put in is how much you're going to get back. But the thing is, the risky part about it is Cake is unstable and very volatile. So it's like you are going to lose money most likely because you put in $50, right? And you're like, oh, bet I'm gonna get $50 back, so I'm gonna make $50. I'll have 100 at the end of the year. Cake, if it goes up in value, let's say it costs $11 for a cake right now, it goes to 13. You made even more than $50 because cake went up too. But if cake goes down to like $6, you lost a good bit of your money there. You didn't really lose. You lost part of that 50 that you had. So it's all like risk versus reward. Higher APY you go in is probably
more volatile.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's kind of how one that I'm in.
Figured that out.
Just like long term. Oh, the syrup pool?
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna get rich off this. Like, nah, I mean, I'm not really, but like, I could seriously see the cents working up. Like, I could put in $100 and I'll come back and I seriously made like 2 cents. Like, I made 2 cents. Like, and people think, oh, 2 cents, that's nothing. Think about how much you can make if you keep putting in hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You put in 1,000, so that's 2 times 10. You made 20 cents. I made 20 cents. I mean, 20 cents isn't much, but it's something. Like I literally. What are you gonna do? Put the money in your bank account? It's losing value. You just lost 20 cents when you put it in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One that I have some money in. It's not a stable coin. It's definitely not a stable coin. It is like liquidate, like you add liquidity to it, like you combine it with BNB, so it does have some stable coin in there.
You were showing me that, and I did some research on that. I find that so interesting.
Yeah, so like, it'll take like a. Not necessarily like a 1-to-1. I'm not sure how the ratio works. I'm pretty sure it's where kind of like where they equal each other, like say like 1.6.
Yeah, it's to help save, like it's to protect you, kind of, right?
Yeah,
like you put in BNB and you put in like cake or something.
Yeah, and it provides liquidity, and then also whenever you like go to split your coin, you'll get BNB and you'll get whatever coin you also had.
Yeah.
So you have like a stable coin in there to like sort of protect some of your
interesting.
Sort of like value of your asset. Which the one that I was working on, I can get like maybe if I like claim one of like the reward coins, like I think I've gotten like $17-$20 whenever I've like claimed them before. And then I can like take them and like swap them over to BNB.
Easier. MetaMask, it's a closed circuit wallet. Your coins are sent to your wallet, and the only way you can get in is if you put in your 20-word passphrase. So when you make your account, it's going to give you a 20-word passphrase that you have to write down, take a screenshot of or something. Never forget that shit, because if you do, your money is gone. That's why everyone, people that have lost $100